All right, good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. Today, I'm just trying to catch up with everything. It's been a lot going on. Yesterday, let me see, has the words leader. Sorry, I need to respond to someone. Leader. I'm searching for an email so I can respond to this person because they're wanting us to send out a notification about a reporting issue, but this is the same issue that happened last month. Yeah, because it's October. I think it was a month ago. What was it for? Oh my gosh, I'm trying to think. Okay, found the email. Let me pop it out. Reply to all. Where's my words? Gmail, come on. I need to type. An elephant never forgets, y'all. Where's my pen? Okay, so yesterday, y'all, I actually got in, well, I don't know if it's me specific, it was a team. We got in trouble for not calling something out that was an issue. And I'm like, well, actually, I did look at the reporting. I did look at the dashboard. I did notice that there was an issue. I reached out to our finance team because it's something they had to correct and fix. And the person said they fixed it, but I never, like me personally, I raised the issue to them on Monday when I looked at the results, and I raised the issue that, hey, this doesn't look right. Can you go back and double check the numbers? And they said they fixed it. And I just did, because other things came up. Like, I've been dealing with a lot of personal things, which is why I'm working from home this week. So like my mind has just been in two different places, trying to manage work and trying to manage stuff going on here. So I did not go back and check once they said it was fixed. Someone else pulled the numbers to present on our call on Thursday that we have. I wasn't on this call yesterday. I was pulled into yet another urgent project that I needed to help someone else out with. So I wasn't on the call, and I don't normally pull the numbers for this call either, not anymore. So someone else did. And it's like, when you look at the numbers, you can clearly see it's off. Like, that's what it looked like to me on Monday. This person just took it, like, you can tell who looks at reporting and who doesn't. Like, you're not looking at reporting. You're just like, let me pull these numbers and present them. Like, you're not actually ingesting the data. You're not paying attention to what these numbers look like and seeing that, hey, this looks off. No, you just took the numbers for what they were at face value. Like, sometimes that happens, but like, you got to be cautious. Like, take a look at these numbers, make sure they're in line with what they should be. Like, if you look at where we were last week and compare that to this week, it should have raised the red flag, regardless of me trying to work on the back end, trying to get it fixed. In my opinion, it's obvious to me. Yeah, but people don't be paying attention. They just go and pull numbers and put them in slides and reports and everything. So now our manager got on us like, this is the entire team's responsibility. And I'm just like, I'm aware that there wasn't, I didn't mention it to the entire team that I noticed this was an issue with the dashboard, because again, multiple things have been going on, and I was working on that project, trying to get that fixed, and then was pulled to work on other things. So it just slipped my mind, in addition to everything else that was going on. So I take responsibility. Yeah, I did not have the opportunity to go back and check to make sure the numbers looked right once they said it was fixed. So it's neither here nor there. You live, you learn, you move on. So no, I was going to say, you live, you learn, you buy loves. Isn't that the commercial, y'all? But I also need to pull some out of the office. How are you out of the office? I need to pull a report for someone else as well, and they're showing out of office. But okay, yeah, these numbers, I need to pull these numbers and send it to him for September data that just became finalized. So that's what I'm going to work on. I'm going to pull these September finalized numbers, send that out to someone on my team, and then we have our Scrum call in like 15 minutes. So I'm going to hop on that. So I will check in with you guys in a bit. Like, I can't understand this. Like, this is literally your job. You should know what you need to request. I need to pull something in Teradata too. Select from here. Yes, I knew it was in here. Okay, so I need to write some code for this because it's something that I'm gonna need to track on a weekly basis through November to see. So yeah, okay. Okay, let's get on this call. Good morning. Okay, hopefully you guys can see me. Good morning, happy Thursday. All right, so today what are we getting into? So I am working on cleaning up some data in a table. So yes, this whole week I've been working on uploading data into the database in a table in the database. So now that I got all the data that I need in the table, I need to go ahead and clean it up a bit, and I need to do some calculations with the code that I'm going to develop. And eventually I want to connect it to a dashboard so I can pull in results and, you know, do some calculations, do some charts and stuff like that to show performance for my manager. This is something that she's asked for, so I need to work on that. Yesterday, I finished getting everything into the table. Now it's just a matter, again, cleaning it up. So what I'm currently doing is I'm going to do a select all of the column statement from the table, give me a sample of 100 so that I get a random selection of 100 rows of data so I can remind myself what I'm working with and to make sure I know what calculations I need to complete. So one of the things I know I need to do off of one column, I need to do a case statement. So let me put that in here. I need to do a case when something is greater than 0 to give me a 1, else give me a 0. Okay, so that's the first thing I need to do. So a case statement is similar in SQL is similar to like an if statement in Excel. So if this, then this. So this is doing a case when this is there, give me this. When you see this, do this. It's that kind of thing. Case when. And then of course you want to run your code, make sure that you get back what you're expecting to get back, and run a couple samples of that, you know. So case when, and I'm going to do this column name. If I can spell. So when that equals, I don't know, when it's greater than 0, then 1, else 0, end as, and you need to rename the column because you are pretty much creating your own field name when you're doing these types of calculations. So case when this is greater than 0, give me a 1, else give me a 0, end it as what? So what am I going to call this? No. And just as a best practice, when you are creating field names, like you need to use, well, one, you need to use what's called snake case, where you write the word you have, like between words. Isn't that called snake case, where between the words you have like an underscore between word? I believe that's what it's called. If not, I'll correct myself and put what it's called on the screen. But you want to use snake case where you're, because you can't have a space in between, kind of like you wouldn't name your column report month and just have a space in between the words report and month. You have to put like an underscore between the two when you're naming your column. So what other columns am I going to put in here? I want that. All right, what other calculations? I'm trying to think what else I need. I don't know what we're even talking about here. I feel so out of the loop. I've been in my own little world. I think I need to do a qualify row over partition so that I can sum everything for all of the months. Oh, and I need to, okay, I remember now. I have 2 field names I need to do a calculation for. So I need to take a number divided by 0 and call it their I need to do a calculation for units sold. So the way it breaks down is we take a sales number divided by 100. That gives us the unit sold. So I'm going to get the sales number if I can. What did I name the column? Good Lord. Not that. Okay, so if I do. All right, so let me run this section of code that I just created with these calculations to make sure everything works right. Oh, you know what? I need to actually see the numbers to do a comparison to make sure the math is mathing, you know, like I need to select these column names that I'm using for my calculations. So that one and this one. You always want to double check your work because you can think it's calculating correct and then it's not. Okay, so I had to change my calculation because I noticed that there are some people in here that are null, that have null results, which is fine. Like that just means they have no results for the month, so it's null in the table. So what I did was I changed my calculation to do a sum 0 if null. So that just says like sum this, which is I'm just doing a division calculation. 0 if null means put a 0 in here instead of leaving it as a null value. Put a 0 in its place if it's null. Hopefully that makes sense. Yes, we need to be reading out on all our. Maybe you could help with what is currently in the weekly. What? So it's like. I don't understand. But what is the overall performance? I don't know. I have no clue what she's talking about, but I have a call I need to jump on, so let's catch up in a second. Good morning. Question for you guys. Did the communication for them go out? Okay, just asking because I didn't get it this time, so I didn't know if it went out or not. Okay, no worries. Okay, yeah, I don't know when I'll get to that. Right, but you have everything already pulled, correct? Okay, all right, so yeah, okay. All right, for me, I'm working on the ask from for the getting that data together to analyze that, to look at like kind of, I think she wanted like the unit, then a breakout by market, that kind of thing, if I remember correctly. So I've been working on that. I need to get, I guess, a slide together for our weekly readout deck. But I do have a question for you. Where are you updating these numbers? Because I don't see it in the chart. So you know how we have the weekly, these are updated, but this chart is where it should come from. So I'm just trying to figure out why these aren't updated. So this forecast and this, so we have August, September, October projected. So we have like 235,000. Is that like so is that what we're measuring against? Like how many units are actually happening? Yeah, but my question, okay, yeah. So for this, how are we calculating that? Are we supposed to be taking like their actual and dividing it by 100 to get units? That's what I'm asking, but it's not a total, we don't have anything that shows how many units. We just have, so are we taking what their actual is, because it's in dollars, dividing that by 100 to get units? Like this is the same question I have for the other thing. Like, is that a fair way to do that, to calculate units towards? No, but it doesn't have to be you. It can be anyone. Like, does that sound like for everyone? Is that a fair way to do it? Does that make sense? Or are we looking at numbers coming from, does that make sense to you? Like, okay, but my question is, so for October projected 235,000. I don't know that the numbers would match, is my point. No, I don't think that's what I'm saying. I'm saying when we read out, if she wants an overall, so it shouldn't be calculating in anything else because it's strictly, Yeah, I am too. And I see that like they're my understanding it's a forecast, so it should be like this isn't like their current month to date, it's the forecast for the month. Got it. But I don't know if that's what she's wanting. I don't know. I'm confused. Okay, I've talked enough. I'll let someone else go. Sorry.